Hi, I'm Jennifer Entwistle, and I am the Operations Manager for IBM Rational Software Services. And I'm here with Daryl Rader from Services and with our Vice President, Dwayne Ruston. And today we're going to talk a little bit about client stories. So, Dwayne, can you start us off and talk to us about why client stories are so important?
Absolutely. So thanks a lot, Jennifer. So client stories are important for future clients to really, understand best practices and lessons learned from engagements where we have rolled out our products and solutions, and gives them a comfort level for how to utilize and gain value out of our software and solutions.
And what are some examples where you've been able to leverage those client stories?
Well, so in the DevOps area around Urban Code, we've got a few very specific client stories at some of the banks that we've worked at. And while I was in China last week, I was actually able to use a couple very specific examples around how we helped a large global bank utilize our software to achieve key results. And it was very similar to, well, it was just a bank in China. They're very large, lots of people there, obviously, and they were very interested to hear about how we were able to help this client achieve results with the product and solution. And it just really created a lot of credibility, and we were able to set up some follow-on workshops based on that work that we had done with the client in the U.S.
That's great. So they were able to hear for themselves how a solution very similar to their own situation worked for someone else.
Absolutely, and we're probably even going to try to set them up with a client discussion based on that. And again, it was really talking about the best practices, the lessons learned, and being able to help them understand that we'd even be able to drive other best practices with them and hopefully help them achieve even greater results.
And Jen, one of the things that, when I look at client stories and what we're doing now compared to what we may have done like 5 years ago, we're trying to actually introduce new informal ways of sharing client stories. And I think that's important because these are, things like blogs and YouTube videos, kind of like we're doing today. And what we're trying to do is replicate the experience where customers meet each other, almost like at Innovate, right? Where our conference, they share stories with each other, and we share stories as well. So, being able to kind of share those stories in an informal way, I think makes a huge difference in today's world.
And why is it a benefit for the client to share their own story?
Well, I think it gives them, awareness in the marketplace, creates credibility for them and what they're doing in the industry. So it's very interesting. And to follow on with what Daryl mentioned about Innovate, if you think about it, in the past we've always kind of brought our clients together and have shared these stories, but we're doing it now by defining client stories, synthesizing that data down into very specific information about the value and what they're able to achieve, and bring those clients together in a very social way. And that's going to be very powerful when we get together the first week of June in Orlando.
Yeah, one of the things, Dwayne, I wanted to mention also was that a client story doesn't have to actually include the client's name. So sometimes I know internally we'll share stories with each other, and we'll talk about large financial companies or some industry, and talk about what their challenges were and what they were able to achieve. And I think there's a ton of value from that. Again, without the it's not as formal as a formal reference or case study, but it's sharing those practices like you mentioned earlier, and helping people see what that adoption path actually looked like. And I think that's really important.
Yeah, no, I think that's great, and there is internal benefit to the client stories as well. It helps us get it's similar information, right? Best practices, lessons learned out to the broader business development team and technical team, all with the focus of being able to help our future clients much more quickly achieve value with our product and solutions, and then also allows us to feedback a lot of information to the product development and product management team so that they can work on improving, enhancing the products to drive greater value in the marketplace with our other clients.
Well, I know we want to keep these videos short. We've got Innovate coming up soon, so I know there'll be a lot of good opportunity to share client stories there. Thank you so much, Dwayne and Daryl, for chatting with me today.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jen. Bye, Dwayne.